Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use the promo code JUICE25. Get yourself a risk-free bet up to $1,000 and a $25 free bet. Hey, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all. Hopefully everyone's having an awesome Christmas. I'm actually taping this a little early because I got a ton of stuff going on Christmas Eve night. I'm sure a lot of you have similar obligations, family stuff you got to get to. So not going to have the recap. I'll do the full recap with my Saturday and Sunday NFL picks. We can recap all those winners into one episode. I'm sure as you're listening to this, I went 5-0 with my Bears plus 8.5, Seahawks plus 10, Titans minus 3, Eagles plus 4.5, Steelers minus 1.5. So hopefully you're unwrapping those winners. If I went 0-5, hopefully you can at least enjoy the comedy there. But hey guys, Merry Christmas. Got a full NFL slate. Obviously, if anything, since I am taping it early, if anything changes, you know where I'll be. I'll in that Discord, bettingpros.com/chat, getting in there. Any sort of late craziness, we got you covered. Oh, hey, of course, the ultimate Christmas gift for yourself, an autographed Earl Campbell jersey. Just go to youtube.com/bettingpros, hit subscribe, comment on this video, and hey, why don't you comment your favorite thing you did over the Christmas holiday, on Christmas, planning to do, whether it's tradition, food thing. We got a lot of great food suggestions. So appreciate those. I just like hearing what everyone's eating. I don't know. It's fun. All right. 3 NFL picks going. We'll go 2 units on all these guys. It is the holidays. Gotta maximize these investment opportunities while you can. First up, Packers at Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins minus 3.5 over at BetMGM. This just feels the best time to be buying and selling each of these teams, right? You're buying the Dolphins who, again, 3 back-to-back road games, which is always super tough in the NFL. Now they're finally coming home. They're playing a defense, a Packers defense that's just not that good, has a lot of issues. And minus 3.5. They thrive at home against subpar defenses, which I think this Packers team is. And maybe you're buying the Packers. If you're buying the Packers, I'm selling them here at the worst possible spot because they've won 2 games in a row. But who did they beat? They beat the Bears, who they beat every time because Aaron Rodgers owns them, as he'll happily point out. And they beat the Rams. And even that Rams win, that was a lot of just like, hey, this is Lambeau. It's going to be pretty ugly. Yeah, the offense even struggled at times. I don't know. I don't think they're going to come in here and light it up in Miami. I do think, obviously, this is very interesting from like DFS props perspective. Raheem Mostert, love his over rushing yards. I'll see if I can find an exact number and post it in the Discord there. But I expect him to have a massive game. Green Bay is 32nd in rush defensive DVOA and 22nd in defensive DVOA overall. Like, this is who Tua can beat. He can beat the subpar defenses at home. So I think they're able to put up a ton of points on this Packers defense. A lot of just Aaron Rodgers on the sidelines getting all, come on, guys. Come on, man. That's my Aaron Rodgers. I know it doesn't sound anything like his voice, but he just reminds me of that guy in pickup basketball that will like just whip a no-look pass at you and go, well, your feet are supposed to be set. You know where you're supposed to be in that corner. It's like, dude, relax. You saw I wasn't looking. You whipped it at me to prove a point. Oh, okay, now he turned the ball over. Great point. Point proven, Aaron. Really fun guy to play with. Next up, Broncos at Rams. Oh, man, this is a real Sophie's choice. But give me the Broncos as a non-conference road favorite. This is so hard to pick. You have to pick a side here. I really wish Russell Wilson wasn't involved as a road favorite because I don't want to take him, but I do want to take this Broncos defense. This is all just about the Broncos defense against Baker Mayfield. I mean, we saw Baker Mayfield struggle against the Packers defense. As I pointed out, 22nd in defensive DVOA. I think the Broncos defense carries them. I really hope they limit Russ and just pound it with Latavius Murray. Rams are continuing to, Aaron Donald obviously not playing, continue to kind of just rest guys, sit them out, and I just think the Rams are just going to struggle so hard to put up points. I mean, they struggled in that Raiders game. They just Baker kind of pulled that game out of his ass on that last drive, but overall they didn't look good, and then they struggled a ton in Lambeau. I mean, yeah, it's a weather situation, I guess. Rams also on the short week there. That's not going to help them. But this is just really about the Denver Broncos being able to completely shut them down and create some Baker Mayfield turnovers. I mean, there's only one good unit on this field come Sunday, and it's going to be the Denver Broncos. So give me the Broncos -3. Like them to create some turnovers, create some opportunities against one Baker Mayfield. Last game, Sunday night. Bucks at Cardinals. Cardinals catching 8 points. I'm doing it. Betting against Trace McSorley versus Tom Brady. We saw what happened when he went up against Brock Purdy. It probably is my Penn State bias, being somewhat optimistic on McSorley if he has a full week to prepare, because I think there's stuff you can do with McSorley for his game to get him going and do some read option stuff, do some boot action stuff. I think there's some plays you can put in here that really will help Trace McSorley. I think him coming in cold, running the offense, the game plan that they had for Colt McCoy is just worst case scenario for him. Bucks is an 8-point road favorite. Want no part of that. And really the matchup I'm looking to exploit here is the Bucks rush defense against this Cardinals rush offense. Like, the Cardinals are going to obviously look to run a ton, take the ball out of McSorley's hand. Although McSorley, Trey McBride can get a ton of targets. DeAndre Hopkins can get a ton of targets. And I think you'll see that. And I think you'll just see James Conner running the ball a ton against this Bucks defense. Like, the Bucks rushing defense used to be what carried this team, and it's just not there anymore. Maybe the Bucks offense gets going, but we've seen even when they had a 17-point lead, they still turned the ball over. And, a matchup that the more I think about it, the more I like is J.J. Watt versus this interior Tampa Bay offensive line. I mean, J.J. Watt is motivated. I don't know if it's his contract. I think he's qualifying for a bunch of bonuses, racking up some sacks, but he's not J.J. Watt of old, but he's definitely a force there, especially on the interior. You give interior pressure to Tom Brady. That's been the book on him his entire career. You get him interior pressure and he is going to crumble. So give me the Cardinals +8. I think they're able to, I don't love them as an outright winner, but I mean, you just can't take the Bucks as an 8-point road favorite at this point. It's 2 scores. Have you seen this Bucks offense? Like, they struggled to score. They struggled to move the ball. They were up 17 points and blew it. I'm all over the cards here. +8 for 2 units. I also like the Broncos laying 3 for 2 units. Get that over at BetMGM. Cards +8 over at PointsBet. Again, this game, the Broncos game is just all about the Broncos defense destroying Baker Mayfield, which feels like a real possibility. And then last but not least, give me the Miami Dolphins at home -3.5 for 2 units. I think their offense is just going to be able to light up this Packers defense. Look for Raheem Mostert to have a big game, and you've seen it with the Dolphins. When Raheem Mostert gets going, the offense gets going because it creates a ton of easy throws off of play action for our good buddy Tua. So Dolphins -3.5 for 2 units. Again, youtube.com/bettingpros. Subscribe, comment on this video. Favorite thing you're doing this Christmas holiday. BetMGM.com, promo code JUICE25. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast. And hey, hopefully everyone's having a safe, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the day, enjoy the football, enjoy the food, enjoy the family. Whatever you're getting into, just have a maybe you're a Boxing Day guy. I don't know. Whatever you're getting into, enjoy it. Have a safe holiday, and I'll see you on the flip side. You guys know what to do. As always, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.